So good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to yet another session of Webcast Wednesday from National Instruments. As you can see on your screen, you can simply ask your queries, whichever you have, and technical consultants sitting with me will be happy to help you. To enhance your webcast experience, we offer you two audio options. For VoIP, just turn up the volume on your computer or laptop. You can connect us through that. And for the people who have a slow internet connection, we recommend you to listen in our using our toll-free numbers, which are given on the screen. So you can note them down if you want. I'll be on the screen for a second. So today's topic for Webcast Wednesday will be what's new with LabVIEW 2014. I am Manish Alawat, Territory Sales Manager with NI India, and I'll be taking you forward with this. So let's begin. Before that, you can watch our recording of the session and participate in the quarters of the week, which unfortunately we won't be having this week. But for the recording of the session, you can visit www.labviewindiaenable.in. Click on Webcast Wednesday graphic, as you can see on the screen. So to begin with, as you're familiar, this is the taskbar icon we've been familiar with for over last 30 years. This is which connects us to the LabVIEW. To benefit from our performance improvements and new hardware support, many users upgrade LabVIEW every 2 or 3 years. This results in confusion for the engineers working for them using multiple versions of LabVIEW on one development computer. As you can see on the screen, there are different versions of LabVIEW, but you cannot differentiate which is which. So in LabVIEW 2014, we have designed a new taskbar icon, so it will be easy to differentiate between multiple LabVIEW versions that are open. This is based on feedback from you guys. We have had over 500 of you vote for this idea on the Idea Exchange. We take your feedback very seriously, which is why we have implemented this change. Moving forward, it is also now easy to distinguish between 32-bit and 64-bit versions of LabVIEW. As you can see on the screen, 32-bit version is a darker shade of gray and 62 version is a lighter shade of gray. In the past, we just had support for 64-bit Windows LabVIEW. Now with LabVIEW 2014, we have 64-bit support for both Mac and Linux desktop. This will allow you to take advantage of the wider bit width enabled by a 64-bit version of LabVIEW in your analysis functions. Now coming up to time-saving development tools which have been incorporated in LabVIEW. These are the changes which are at the software level of LabVIEW. So we'll talk about them a little more. Auto wiring feature is a feature which has been incorporated, which lets you wire the different functionalities easily. You don't have to waste time in individually wiring them. So let me demonstrate it for you. Let's take a simple example of file I/O. Here we open and then we write and then we simply close. So initially what we had to do was to individually wire them, but now simply what we can do is select the whole thing, press Control space and Control W. This wires all the major parts of the functions. As you can see, the error end and the path has been connected. So this is one of the functionalities which has been added. Another time-saving method which has been incorporated in 2014 is, as we can see on the screen, most of us are familiar with the error message dialog. Often what keeps our users from being successful is connecting the right data to the right problem which they are facing. So now what we have done is, on the error message itself, we have given the link to that error, which you can simply click and which will take you to your internet browser, and there you can get the results about that and simply go, rather than copying the error message and then going to your browser. You can simply click over there and directly go to your browser. I'll demonstrate that also. Here if I induce an error, I can simply give a wrong path. And when I run my VI, it'll give me this error message, and here you can see if I click on it, it'll directly take me to my browser. So you can check that out. Another time-saving development tool is which have been incorporated. In this data-driven world, we don't just want to manage data acquired in the experiments, but we also want to use that data we already have to make the right decisions. The philosophy applies even with LabVIEW 2014. Usually the data coming out of a loop will be an array, as we all know. So LabVIEW creates an auto-indexing tunnel by default, and that has been happening in all the versions of LabVIEW till now. But sometimes in our code, we already have something wired through. In this case, LabVIEW, when we make a for loop over those wires, in LabVIEW 2013 and earlier, this error was shown to us. But in LabVIEW 2014, we have taken care of this issue, and when on this, like this is the simplest of the structure. When I build a for loop over these wires in LabVIEW 2014, what happens is it uses the data to automatically create shift registers so that the code is not broken. So I'll demonstrate that also. So if I make a for loop over this, in earlier versions of LabVIEW, this would have been a shift register, there would have been a tunnel with auto indexing, and it would have thrown me an error. But in 2014, it simply automatically changes it to a shift register and saves our time. We have also added a new shortcut menu option for the case structure tunnels, which says replace with case selector. In this, we have always seen that while working with a case structure, if we have to change the selector option, then it takes a lot of time. Like we have to go through all these steps. Once when we have to change all the wires and then reiterate the case selector, and then we can reach that final outcome. But here in 2014, even that has been taken care of. It has been made much simpler than that. And as you can see, the silver palettes on silver functions on the palette has been also upgraded. The OK button is different than the earlier versions of LabVIEW. Now if I simply connect it, yeah. So, in LabVIEW 2013 and earlier, if I had to change the case selector according to my Boolean value, which is coming from this OK button, I had to remove all these wires and reiterate the case selector from here to here and then change it. But in 2014, to save our time, what we have done, we can simply click on that tunnel, right click on that tunnel, and it will give you an option of replace with case selector. And all these steps have been covered in one single step, and it saves a lot of time. These are some more functionalities which have been added in LabVIEW 2014, like get class hierarchy from class name. The VI has been added. It returns an array of class names in descending order using a specified class name that inherits from generic. High resolution relative seconds. This is a new function which has been added to our functional palette, timing palette. It basically, this VI is similar to the take count function, except that this VI provides a timestamp with a much higher resolution. You can also use this VI to benchmark code with very high precisions. Also, some TDMS set properties has been added. Report error message, send error report has been added. In this, the error will be handled by the handle error array of the actor. If the error is not handled there, it will cause the actor to stop running. Also, some suites have been added, like 2014 Automated Test Suite, LabVIEW 2014 Embedded Control and Monitoring Suite, and 2000 HIL and Real-Time Test Suite. So this was the part where we have seen the changes at the software level of the LabVIEW. Now, now we'll be looking at what changes have been made on the hardware integration part of the LabVIEW. So this slide talks about simplified connection on real-time targets. So here in LabVIEW 2014, you'll be able to easily discover your compact trio over a USB connection to your PC through Ethernet over USB technology, which till now we were using in MyRio, but now it has been incorporated to serios also. Earlier, what used to happen was like serios were connected to our PC through Ethernet wires, but now that has been changed. Now you can use a USB Ethernet over USB. This will allow the serial to be detected, and automatic DHCP network creation will be there, which means you won't have to configure IP settings in Macs. So you can go right to installing software and then programming in LabVIEW. It has been made as simple as that. It is more like a plug and play now. Rather than configuring your system in Macs, you can simply plug into your computer and start programming on it. Also in LabVIEW 2014, we have extended support to the MathScript RT module and control design and simulation module to NI Linux real time, which was only there for Windows, which will allow you to natively run mscripts and advanced control models on any real-time target, including the new NI Linux real-time, compact DAC and compact trio controllers. The customers like you can take their M codes to import it, or simply cut and paste it into a MathScript node with LabVIEW. You can also run your own .m code in MathScript interactive window. Once your M code and MDL code resides in LabVIEW, MathScript and LabVIEW control design and simulation modules, they can run their algorithms and modules in real time. And using the LabVIEW real-time module, they can use NI real-time targets, including the newest NI Linux real-time targets such as Compact Rio, MyRio, Single Boot Rio, etc. And now we come to the FPGA. This is one of the finest improvements which we can say we have made to in LabVIEW 2014. When programming an FPGA and Compact Rio on any other LabVIEW Rio architecture, LabVIEW 2014 will enable you to design, verify, and compile faster. Here we are talking about the compilation which used to take like minutes, tens and twenties of minutes. It has been reduced in LabVIEW 2014. In LabVIEW 2014, LabVIEW FPGA module now includes the LabVIEW FPGA IP builder, which allows you to simply create high-performance FPGA algorithms. You will be able to verify faster using the desktop execution node included in 2013 also. And now every FPGA user with active SSP will have free access to the LabVIEW FPGA compile cloud, so you can compile quickly without losing performance on the development computer. And other than the cloud, if you're not working on the cloud, the 2014 will let you compile your programs on FPGA faster by at least 19%. Also, new Kintex 7 FPGAs from Xilinx offer a perfect balance of FPGA fabric clock rate, performance, low power, high speed in IOs, capacity, security, and reliability. In LabVIEW 2014, developers using Kintex 7 FPGA in their NI Rio hardware can also benefit from the latest compilation technology from Xilinx. The new Xilinx Vivado compilation tools available for Kintex 7 FPGAs in LabVIEW 2014 and later offer numerous benefits including reliable timing closures, improved resource utilization, faster compiles for Kintex 7 FPGA targets previously using Xilinx ISE. And this slide talks about new RF software experiences. In LabVIEW 2014, we have made it much easier to acquire RF signals. In NI RF MX drivers allows you to program VSG and VSA, which are vector signal generation and vector signal analyzers, hardware through a standard API. Additionally, while debugging on the block diagram, you can directly open soft panels to debug your signal and ensure you have right configurations. Here we talk about the data plugin installation. Previously, to install a data plugin, we need to go to ni.com, search for your data plugin, and then download and install it to your computer. Now, one thing we have added in LabVIEW 2014 is that a new install update data plugins dialog that provides an integrated data plugins install experience. This makes it easier for us to load data from any format into LabVIEW. Here we are talking about a local HMI with embedded UI support in LabVIEW 2014 real-time module. With LabVIEW 2014 real-time module, we have embedded UI support to directly connect a monitor to your new performance compact Rios or rugged compact DAC controllers. This eliminates the need for a standalone HMI and includes support so that you can use a single real-time VI to iteratively develop both your user interface and system logic on the host machine, creating the system faster. This is possible as these new controllers incorporate the latest Intel Atom processor with accompanying graphics support, providing a performance foundation for you to build both your control system logic and a touch-enabled user interface with LabVIEW. This, as I talked about, this is the cloud dashboard of LabVIEW. Here you can monitor distributed systems easily through scripted GUIs. You can also get global access to interface from any web browser on your mobile device. So guys, that's all for today. You can also watch the previous episodes of Webcast Wednesday get your queries from the sessions and LabVIEW resolved, interact with your peers and industry experts, and you can also participate in weekly contests here and win up to 50% discount in CLAD and other National Instrument certification exams. So I would like to bid all of you a goodbye. Thank you for joining us today for this session. I hope you're learning. I helped you in learning a lot about the new LabVIEW 2014, and you can anytime contact us and we can provide you with evaluation versions of 2014 DVDs of evaluation version of LabVIEW 2014, so that you can check out the uh, advancements that we have made in 2014 for yourself. Thank you guys. Have a good evening. So guys, we'll be open now for questions, and we are gonna stay online for a while. Me and my technical consult team will be happy to resolve your queries if you have any.